Hello and welcome back to Men of War Assault Squad 2 or Assault Squad, Assault Squad, Assault Squad, Assault Squad, Assault Squad 2. Today, we're looking at the final added nation for the final non-vanilla or the final newly added or the final whatever nation you want to call it to GSM. We've already had Poland, France, Romania, and Italy, and today we're looking at Hungary. After Hungary, I'll do the vanilla factions, so Japan, the United States, Russia, the USSR, and Germany in a certain order. I don't know. I'll probably save Germany for last because not everybody wants to see Germany, probably. And I'm a dick. I really am. But today we're looking at Hungary. And the beginning, there's a lot of these like infantry units, are the same as all the other nations. They just come with their nations, machine guns or whatever. But later on, especially over the medium tank section, especially over the medium tank section and the tank destroyer section, there's some stuff that really, really interested me when playing Hungary, for fun in like one-on-ones or 1 or 2v2s and against some friends in GSM. And what we're gonna do is, of course, we're always gonna start off at the top at the single infantry tab, where we're just gonna buy every unit, and I'll just take a look at it really quickly. So yeah, I guess we can go start with the tank man again. It's a crew member, and it seems to be this like weird beret shape kind of hat. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure if it's actually a beret or if it looks kind of different from a beret, but I'm not sure. It's just your Joe average tank man. Nothing real to talk about there, honestly. Moving on to the conscript. The thing with Hungary is that it really remind me of German units. If I holster this guy's gun and let him load in, so he stops, there you go. From the back, this guy could be pretty much a German soldier. Now, of course, I know that the uniform was not correct, and the shoes, and the pants, but the helmet and basically the idea of the camouflage of the color and stuff could just be a German one. This is the Steyr Männlicher, which I think was an Austrian gun. People have told me, but I've forgotten. I think the Steyr Männlicher company is Austrian. I do hope I'm correct. A KC Granat 36. That seems like an interesting grenade. Let's see if this is like one of those Italian grenades that explodes on impact. Okay, it's a normal... Okay, it actually doesn't explode on impact. It actually needs a... It has a timer, apparently. Okay. So... One thing that does strike me, their helmets are very much German. I wouldn't even be surprised if the guys over the GSM team used some of the German helmets on these guys just to make it easier for them. This is a standard rifleman. Comes with an FEG 43M. This leads me to believe this is probably a Hungarian built version of the Kar 98K or the Kar 98. It looks a lot like one. Of course, this one is a better. This is like an HD model of the one already in game, but it looks a lot like one, especially the pool bolt. I could be wrong. I want to say it is one of those though. And we got a Molotov grenade and some of these grenades. These Kedzigranat 36. I keep forgetting them. I keep forgetting the name. Moving on to the submachine gunner, armed with the Danuvia 39M. Now, that is 40 rounds in a clip. That's not too bad. It looks kind of weird. It kind of looks like an M1A1 carbine. Not really sure what to think of this. I've not really... Okay, the accuracy at 40 meters is true. It's just shit. But to be fair, you really want them close. And is Danuvia, is that like derived from the Danube, like the river? Does it even go through Hungary? I'm not sure. I've not looked at the map in ages. But I want to say that it's an actual Hungarian gun. People in the comment section probably kill me if I'm wrong and, you know, scream murder and stuff. We got 2 grenades and 1 AT grenade in the form of a Molotov cocktail, or incendiary mixture as they call it in here. Machine gunner comes with one of those MG13s. Not a big fan of these. The fire rate's okay. It's just that the clip or the reload is long for the amount of bullets you get. You only get 25 in one thing, so that's a big issue. I think with these like non-vanilla countries, except for like one. I think like the elite machine gunners are okay, but the standard machine gunners are just crap. Here we go. This guy actually has body armor, has the same Danuvia machine gun, but this guy comes with those Kasapanos grenades. Somebody, I think, told me that those were Greek AT grenades. They look like giant green ice lollies, but apparently they are Greek AT grenades. I think that's what somebody said in the comment section. Comes with a TNT, and yeah, that body armor though, that's pretty darn interesting from a gameplay point of view, because that's definitely gonna help them, you know, not die basically. Moving on to the elite rifleman. This guy looks pretty cool. He's called a commando. He has a... Alright, I want to quickly apologize for the sudden cut in the video again. It seems like it's a recurring thing that just happens every time I'm in a war. I've no idea what it is. I'm just gonna... I have put my textures down, so I'm just gonna put them down. I don't know, fuck it. I can't play. I'll just play them. I'll keep playing on medium, even though I know it's gonna fuck the game up. I'll keep playing with medium. I had them on ultra low before, and the game crashed anyway. I think I might just do a reinstall of the game. But before that, let's finish the Hungarian faction first. So where we left off, at least where my video crashed for me, was the elite rifleman. It comes with a very weird grenade, very small grenade. Look at this. It's so cute. He has a Brandflasche, which is basically a German Molotov, an AT grenade, dynamite, and smoke grenades, and those KZ Granat 42s. Interesting though, the ZH-29. It looks to me as if it is a Gewehr 41/43 that was licensed or built in Hungary. And thus they renamed it. I'm pretty sure it must be something along those lines, because the gun looks a lot like the Gewehr 43 or 41 with that clip at the bottom of the gun. Moving on to Elite MG. This guy comes with a Solothurn 31M. I know that some of the AT revs also called Solotherns. I'm not sure if it's... this machine gun is crap. It's too slow. Not a big... pardon me, not a big ammo capacity. Comes with a throwing knife, a small AP grenade, AT weaponry in the form of a whoa, actually that's pretty good. 2 Brandflasches, 1 AT grenade, and a ammo drop and a sandbag wall. Let's fire again. The fire rate actually isn't that bad. It's just, I mean, it's not an MG42, so you know it's okay, I guess. Common engineers is going to get 2 of these at the same time. There's no point in showing them to you in a different way than this, because they're the same guys with the Steyr-Männlicher, same weapons, same everything, except for this guy has AT mines, this guy has AP mines. Moving those guys forward, moving on to the Sapper, same story, same gun, but this guy has a mine detector, or a mine sweeper, or whatever you want to call it. Let's move him out. Moving on to the PTR, or the anti-tank rifle. This is the Solothurn, I think. Yes, and this one is awesome. I think it just looked like a Star Wars gun, if anything. It's so big. The time it takes between shots isn't that bad. I mean, it's not the stupid German AT rifle, which only does like 1 shot every reload. The reload itself is quite long. But as I said, you do get the 5 shots off. You get a pistol, an FEG 37M. No idea. It looks like a Colt. Actually, hang on. That looks like an M1911 almost. Let's see. I have really no idea what this is. I'm sorry. This is where my knowledge of firearm stops. Like, is this an Hungarian firearm? Is this like an? I have no idea. Anyway, he comes with a pistol, comes with an AP grenade and 2 Molotov cocktails, so it's pretty good. The Panzer Shrek. Well, not really anything to tell about this. You know, it's just a rocket launcher. I can spend ages talking about it. Let's just move on. Comes with the same pistol. It's a German Panzer Shrek. There's no really difference there. Pistol Grenade Infantry. This guy's always intrigued me. I love his like little like Kampfpistole, which is German for, well, war pistol or fighting pistol. And the range is only 40 meters, but that grenade can still like dislodge people. It's got 2 AP grenades, 1 AT grenade, and a pistol. And it's just, you know, to, I guess, kill like those annoying machine gunners behind sandbags or decrew emplacements from about 40 meters, which isn't too bad. Like, you can decrew a machine gun nest from 40 meters, so that's pretty good. Moving on to the flamethrower, same story as always. It's an M2 flamethrower. Not going to spend any more attention to it than I have to. This guy, yeah, it's just a normal flamethrower, but then with different camo. The sniper, armed with the VZ.24 rifle. Now, I can remember people saying that I think this was a Czechoslovakian rifle, the VZ-24. I might be totally wrong again. It looks a lot like a Kar 98K again. But, you know, people in the comment section, please do tell me again, or just do tell me what the VZ-24 rifle is from. I think it was from Czechoslovakia, if I can remember correctly. Although I can be totally wrong, you know. The radio operator comes with that Danuvia again. Same as always, has a radio flare. In GSM, the flares changed to just fire 1 and not 5 flares, but you get a less accurate but way more aggressive artillery barrage. It's really interesting for clearing out points and less useful for like clearing out like track tanks. The officer comes in a Polski Fiat. I guess the name already says it. It's a Fiat from Poland. Fiat is from Italy, by the way, before people start complaining again. Again, the invisible glass. Let's get the guy. Let's see his protector is just gonna go back into the car. And the officer, same as always, comes with a knife, 2 ammo drops, a binoculars, a pistol, and a weird-looking cap. Let's see this. Nothing really special. Let's move him out of here. I said, let's move out of here. Come on. Get in, bitch. There we go. I love how he closes the door even though there's no door. And his hat sticks through the roof. So that's all the infantry done. Moving on to the tank crew. Same as always. I'm not going to bother taking a look at these guys. They're just the same tank crew as always, but now there's 2 of them. A conscript squad. These guys look pretty legit already. Just mainly just because of the German helmets. Or the ID of the German helmets anyway. He started mainly here with grenades. These guys apparently have 10 of them. You got 10 AP grenades. There's no AT grenades in here. But then again, they're decent enough to, you know, hold a point or as a last-ditch effort to catch or back a flag. Hungarian Rifle Squad. Let's take a look. It seems we have a machine gunner, 1 SMG, and then we have 8 rifles. Comes with a lot of AT. I think everybody has at least 1. Some does even 2 AT grenades, like the machine gunner, and probably also like the squad leader. Oh, actually, he's got no AT grenades. That's interesting. He has 4 AP grenades though. It's okay. Oh, some of these guys have 2, and some of them only have 1. Right, so you know, just your normal Joe Average squad. Moving those up. The Hungarian Assault Squad for 10 more MP. These guys come with more SMGs. There's 6 SMGs, 3 rifles, and a machine gunner. And that's only for 10 points more. The machine gunner is with the same machine gun. The rifles are with the same rifles. The machine guns, however, this is a PPD. There's some mixed machine guns in here. It's a machine. It's not those. It's not the old-fashioned machine guns. These are the actual. Except for the squad leader. He has the Danuvia again. But these guys all have the PPD 40s. People in the comment section of the Romania video told me that the PPD 40s were a predecessor to the PPSH 41 and 42 and etc. etc. So I hope I'm correct in saying that. Moving on to the Hungarian Mechanized Squad. I think this is let's get them out of there. In the truck, there's hang on. There's some good stuff in the truck as well. Let me All those guys out the truck. In the truck, there's a Solothurin, AT grenades, AT rifle ammo, machine gun, etc., etc. These guys are... Let's get these guys out of here. This is just your normal... This is just a normal squad, but they come with a truck, obviously, and not with a... and not like on foot, if that makes sense. Let's put them back inside. The truck itself is a Boton B. The name would make me think it's French. I am not sure, and at this point I'm too afraid to say it is French because people will just hate me for it. It does have the French kind of like Renault-esque front, but I'm too afraid to say what it is, so I'm just gonna say nothing. It might just be Boton, might just be Boton or Boton. I don't know. Honestly, no idea, and I don't want to risk saying it wrong. Hungarian Commando Squad. These guys are fucking legit. I'd like to sincerely apologize again for the game crashing. I'll try to stay calm. Again, it cost me about 4 to 5 minutes to get it back up. I am definitely going to reinstall it after this, but let's continue on where I left off before it crashed. I bought the Hungarian Commandos. These guys are legit. They look a lot like German Desert Corps or Africa Corps guys. They have semi-auto rifles, and there is... Wait, that's weird. That's hard to see. There's one... Oh, this guy's... Okay, the guys with Panzerfausts have normal rifles. This guy's got a semi-auto. This guy's got a normal rifle. This guy's got a Danuvia. I remember the name this time. This guy's got a Solothurin machine gun. Another Solothurin machine gun. Another guy with a Panzerfaust. And a guy with another... So, this squad comes with 3 semi-autos, 2 machine gunners, 2 SMGs with Panzerschrecks, and 3 normal rifles with Panzerfaust. So that's damn good. This squad is like beast as fuck. They got 3 stars weapon efficiency to start off with, and damn, these guys are fucking beasts. Pretty expensive though at 210 MP, but then again, you know, you get something out of that, I guess. Hungarian Assault Infantry. Not really sure what I know what the difference is now. Let's take a look. These guys come with 10 people as well. They got 1 machine gunner, 2 machine gunners, 1 guy with an SMG, 2 guys with an SMG. Okay, these guys are more against, these guys are like more like for charging something, because they don't come with, they only come with 2 Panzerschrecks, whereas these guys came with 2 Panzerschrecks and 3 Panzerfausts, or 6 actually. And these guys also come with body armor and fucking like 6 SMGs. Holy, well actually 8, but 6 SMGs. Damn, these guys are like a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield, considering they have body armor and like SMGs and, oh man, a lot of grenades, even dynamite. These guys could be like charging a position head on basically. Damn good unit there. Moving on to the sappers. I'm not going to take a look at these guys for long. It's just a normal group of sappers. I'm going to take these guys out of the way. They do come with a Opel Blitz. Again, it's a German truck. We know the rules. Stuff from other nations won't be dealt with in the video. Otherwise, I could spend years and years looking at the same vehicle in like 10 nations. Moving on to the Stower T40. I've never heard of this car. I mean, I've seen it in the game a couple of times, obviously. This probably is built by... This number plate reminds me of a German one. I have no idea. This is just like your average car. It's quite fast though, 36. Room for 4, I think. Room for 4 or 5. Still a decent car. Nothing really special about it, I guess. This one has a double machine gun on the back, if I can remember. Yes, it does. Yeah, that is a thing. You don't want to turn up and ruin your party. Double MU-34s. This will... Oh, wow, okay, well, watch out. Don't fucking... Yeah, that happens, okay. That is super awkward. I just shot the crew out of my car. Well, that is something that you want to keep an eye on if you buy this, if you don't shoot at your own crew. That's kind of sad. Wow, I can't even believe that happened. Is there any information on this? Oh, okay. This is the Boton. We've already looked at this. It just comes. This is just without the crew inside of it. You know, without the assault troops or without the normal troops. The Mercedes. It's a German truck. Not gonna pay attention. Another Mercedes. It's another German truck. Not gonna pay attention. Another Mercedes. They're not gonna pay attention. And another Mercedes. Not gonna pay attention. They're all the same trucks anyway. It doesn't really matter. Here's the Schwarzlose submachine gun. Now I cannot remember. I think somebody was an Austrian gun. It's basically, I think, a World War I kind of style machine gun. That's basically it. It's got a decent fire rate. It's got a pretty big capacity of ammo. At least, let's take a look. Let's reload it. I think the second number, the first number is the ammo in the magazine. The second number is the total ammo in the unit. Let's take a look at how much ammo this one has. At 330 rounds before you have to reload, that's quite a lot of lead you can spray down range. That's pretty okay. A 13mm gun. This is interesting. Look at the size of that thing. Looks a lot like an MG34. What is it? It's a 13mm 42. Oh, that's where it is. Oh my god. The size of the clip is not big. The reload speed is quite fast. Damn, this thing is awesome. It's basically their equivalent of a 20mm autocannon. Moving on to the 40mm gun. Again, this looks a lot like a German Pak 37, but then probably with a Romanian 40mm gun in the same emplacement. Don't really have an idea, but it looks a lot like a Pak 37 chassis. Anyway, it's the same picture I used. 40mm before. Not really a point in showing this. I've showed like I'll show it with the Brits probably, but we'll you know, it's just a 40mm. It's a 40mm gun. This car looks awesome. It's a Krupp Protze. Krupp is was a German steel company, so I'm guessing it's a German car. But that looks awesome. Holy damn, that car looks fucking legit. It's like, look at that. Oh damn, it's fucking fast too. Look at the nose. It was funny. Moving on to a Pak, well, I don't want to call it a Pak 38, but this is just a Pak 38 with the Hungarians. So I'm not going to pay attention to it. 50mm gun, 75mm Pak. This is a same thing. It's just a Pak 40, but they named it differently. And there's another one. This is a hang on. This is a Pak 9738. This is a Pak 40. Not really sure what this is then. I've seen it before in other nations, so I'm not gonna pay attention to it. But it's basically, I think it's like a smaller Pak. It's a smaller 75mm gun, or a different 75mm gun, if that makes sense. It's not a smaller one, otherwise then it wouldn't make no sense at all. But here we have a Opel Blitz Maultier, which I think means as much as a Maultier. A tier is an animal. And a maul is a mouth. I think what the Germans tried to do with this vehicle, I'm not sure if that's the truth, is to, like, I think you would call a donkey, I think you would call it a maultier. I might be totally wrong. I do love the half track truck, and I think it's awesome, and it's definitely you know, heavy enough to tow this awesome looking Pak 36 with a little weird kind of like protection. It's like, it's different from the other ones that we see. The other ones that the German ones have. Well, this is the one that I pay attention to. This is a German Granatwerfer. This is a 80mm gun. Oh, it said 80mm gun. Here it says 76mm gun. I'm not really sure what to think now. This definitely is a howitzer though. Nothing really special. I guess it's just to howitz people to death. It looks like a World War I gun, if anything. Here we have the Zrini 243M. This tank looks so funny. I love this thing. It's got 105mm Obuzero Mavag. I can't even say that name. Can't even say that. And then that thing, that will definitely decrew or you know, kill an area of people. It's pretty good. These guys actually come. This guy comes with a rifle. Oh no, it's SMG. It just looks like much like a rifle. Let's get these guys back in. The tank itself, 75mm of armor. That's still pretty good for an assault gun. It doesn't have a turret, obviously, but damn, 75 mils. That's pretty good for an assault gun at the front. Moving on, we have the 105mm gun. This is just a light field out story for the Germans. I'm not going to pay attention to it in the Hungarian tree, as always. 152mm gun. I think I've done this one like a billion times in like different nations. Here's the German half-rack again. I'm pretty sure I've done this gun. Yeah, I've done this gun a few times. So I'm not gonna really pay attention to this. I've done this gun a few times in like Italy and France, I think. So, let's see. We have another 152mm gun. Same story, different gun. The barrel looks awesome. And moving on to the 150mm Nebelwerfer. Again, I'm not going to take a look at it because it's German. We'll see that in a German video. That was all the mortar artillery. Now moving on to the light tanks or armored vehicles. The TKS Tankat. I think, if I remember correctly, and it says here, this was a Polish tank. Yes, it was a Polish Tankat. So I've already done this one in the Poland video. Okay, so this is actually this is a Hungarian car. Looks interesting. Probably this is an 8mm gun. It's funny because it has German markings. That's weird. It's a Hungarian vehicle though. That's pretty cheap scout car. 39 speed. Holy shit! This is a German 20mm truck, but obviously fighting for the Hungarians. I'm not gonna take a look at it because it's German, so we'll go back to that. And this is the I can't even say the name. Saba Saba 39M, which comes with a 20mm gun. Again, speed 39. Interesting. It's just a little scout tank, really. Yeah. Oh, actually, the 20mm is not an autocannon. It's a very rapid firing 20mm. That's interesting. Moving on to light tanks, we have the Italian Carro Veloce, which I've already talked about in the Italian video. We have the Toldi 1, which at 20mm of armor is not a very good armored. I think this is an antenna. Again, uses the German markings for some reason. I've got no idea what it is. This is a Hungarian number, but I'm not sure whether using the German markings. It's definitely not German camouflage. This comes with a very rapid firing 20mm again. You can just keep spraying this. There's no clip. Oh, actually, there's a clip apparently. Okay, but you can. It's a clip of 10, but you can just spray that for a while. Look at that speed, though. Holy, this is like a fucking racing car just done. Moving on to the Panzerwagen 35T. Again, not gonna pay attention to it because it's German. The Toldi 2, basically an upgrade of the Toldi 1. Comes with a bigger gun, almost double the armor loadout. It actually comes with like a 40mm gun. It's like the same gun as like a Matilda or a Valentine, I think. Moving on to the medium tanks. This is where stuff gets interesting. The Turan 1. Weird looking tank. 50mm of armor, though. A 40mm gun. Has 2 machine guns, one here and one here in the coaxial mount. Those barrels are really scary. They look like the old Vickers 7.7s. Interesting tank. 35 kilometers is quite fast. And that 50mm of armor is quite a lot for like the first medium tank. Moving on to the Panzer 3J. Not gonna take a look since it's German. Moving on to the Turan 2. Upgrades to 60mm of armor. Gets a 75mm gun. The gun looks amazingly weird and awesome at the same time. I think it is not a short barrel gun. I think it's just like a normal velocity gun. Actually, no. That looks more like a short because... Hang on. If I do this... Yeah, no, this is definitely a short, it's a stubby gun. It's basically like an artillery support tank. Then again, 6mm of armor with 2 machine guns. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Moving on to the Panzerkampfwagen 4 Ausführung H. Not gonna take a look since it's German. We'll take a look at it in a German video. One of the more interesting tanks is the Turan 3. Now we'll buy the Turan 3 and the Panzerkampfwagen 4 at the same time because I do want to make this comparison with more tanks later on. Here we have the Turan 3. Comes with a 75mm gun, a 43M version. This is the German gun. First of all, the guns are pretty much the same. Like they look a lot the same. This tank has 2 coaxials, or 2 2 machine guns. The Panzer 4 has 2 machine guns. The Turan has the same armor, but the minimum armor on the Turan is higher. The speed on the Turan is also higher, and I'm not sure why this tank only has 4 people as well. This tank has 4 people because that's a glitch. Just say 4 because it doesn't have a top machine gun. So this tank is a little bit more expensive, but it's faster and has basically more armor. So this basically is a upgun. It actually looks it looks a lot like a Panzer IV. If you take away those like weird side skirts, or if you make them more into like the German ones, look at it. It's basically, if you look correctly, it is a lot like the Panzer IV, the 2-round-3, but it's a little bit better armor-wise and speed-wise. So that was the little thing I wanted to draw, but there's another one I'll draw in a second. That's the Panzer V-G, the Panther, which we'll take a look at in a German video, and the TAS-44M, which is might be my favorite tank in GSM. I'll drive it next up to the Panther. Let's make the gun go straight. Okay, so we're gonna start off first. Is the Turan has a 75mm gun, and they're the same gun. They're the KWK-42L70. The the TAS has 2 machine guns, whereas the Panther has 3. But the one thing with one of the last updates, you now have efficiency. If this guy leaves the tank, you see, he leaves the tank. This turns 80%, so your tank will be will do 20% less than what it normally would do. Everybody that plays more knows that these guys in a machine gun, well, in the commander's hatches are the most vulnerable people. Like grenades, artillery, small arms fire will kill those guys very rapidly. So this is a very big weak spot. If you kill that guy, you basically kill 20% of the tank's effectivity. Whereas with the TAS, it doesn't have that shit. There's no shitty machine gun. You might say, well, but I like this. I personally don't like it. So if you like that on the top, then it might be a good thing. Personally, I don't like it for that reason, because you lose a 20% when the guy gets killed. Moving on to more important stuff, though. The Panzerwagen 4G, Panzerwagen 45, speed of 32, whereas the speed on a TAS is 40. That's a big increase. That's a big difference. The armor is 17,110 on the Panther and 2,220 on the TAS. Now you might be like, oh, that's a small difference, Sherman. Well, it is, unless you go look at this. Now let's take a look here before we buy the wrong stuff. Specifications. On the body of the Panther, it's 82 on the front, 50 on the sides, 40 on the rear, 17 on the top. Where the turret is 110 at the front, 45s at the right side and rear, and 30 at the top. The guns are going to be the same. The guns are absolutely the same. You can see it here. Oh, the guns are the same. You can see it in the menu here. This is the TAS-44. 120 on the front of the turret and the body. Let's take a look at the Panther. The Panther has 40mm less on the body front. Moving on to the TAS-44. Sides 50, whereas the Panther has 50 and 45. The rear is 40 and 50 on the TAS, where it's 40 and 45 on the Panther. And the TAS has 20 and 20, where the Panther has 17 and 30. Now, nobody ever hits the top of the turret of these things in this game. It doesn't really matter. So, where we're most specifically, basically, the whole armor, the frontal hull armor of the TAS-44 is 50% more armor than that of the Panther. 120 versus, well, 82, which is almost 80. It's almost 50% better armor at the front, which is insane. Now, the rest of the stuff, it's like, meh, yeah, it's so, better armor, but it's faster. It doesn't have that annoying weak spot with the commander's guy, getting shut out. It has the same gun. It has better armor, arguably. Well, no, just like fact. It's a fact it's got better armor. And it's more maneuverable too. So, I mean, that's one of the main reasons Hungary is such a good... It's also a very expensive tank in 1900. But then again, it's a very good tank. Let's have them do a race. Oh, well, that's not going to happen, but, 40 kilometers for a tank? No, man. The Panzer 3 only, the Panzer 3 and 4 only do 27. It's insane. Look at the speed of this fucking, this is a Panther, basically. It's so good. Alright. Moving on to the Tiger. Not gonna take a look at it since it's a German tank. I'm gonna look at the German vehicles in the German video. Here comes the last one, which is already also interesting. The TKS Tank Cat, this is just a Polish tank, as I've said before. I'm not going to talk about it because I already talked about it in the Polish video. The Nimrod, which I think wasn't this... Oh, it actually is Hungarian, okay. Again, German markings. Very fast turret for a 40 mil. Rapid fire. I think there's 10 shells in a magazine clip. Or there's no clip. Or almost no noticeable clip. You can just keep this thing firing, basically. Damn, this thing is really good. No armor. 35mm is not that good, but 40mm gun, that's pretty good. And a high speed of 36. Moving on to the Marder 3. This is just a Marder 3 with a Russian 76mm gun on top. So basically, Germans gave the Hungarians, well, Panzer 38 chassis or Marder 3 chassis, and they put their own, they put stolen Russian 76mm divisional guns on top of them, and then you got this weird monstrosity. So that's interesting. Pretty good tank destroyer for, you know, a very cheap, I would say, price. Moving on to the Panzer 38 Hetzer. I'm gonna take a look at it because it's German. The Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung G. Again, same story, different tank. It's German, not gonna take a look at it. The Zrini I-44M. It's a 75mm gun with 100mm of armor. This is basically like the Sturmgeschütz. Well, also, I'll buy one of those. Hang on, I'll buy one of those Sturmgeschütz. Oh, no. Okay. The Sturmgeschütz and the Zrini. Let's take a look if these hold up. Specifications. The gun on the Zrini, I mean, the Zrini is way more expensive, but you have to realize that this tank is just way better, and it's funny because they, sadly enough, it didn't pass the prototype stage, but I mean, this tank is really good. I'm going to put the Stuga away for now, but this tank comes with 75mm gun, 100mm of frontal armor, or well, armor I think here anyway. Quite a lot of shells and no machine gun. That's kind of annoying. But damn, this thing is also, well, it's not really fast. It's still as fast as Sturmgeschütz 3, and this tank will definitely blow a big, nice hole in the tank from the side or even from the front. Here's the moment we've all been waiting for. This might be my favorite tank in the game. This is the way it looks. This is like a turtle tank. Meet the TAS-44M tank destroyer. It's basically the TAS-44M, but with a tank destroyer. So basically with the hull, with the turret in the hull, and so it's basically the same tank but with a different idea. Now, this tank is awesome. First of all, 120mm of armor. To me, this almost looks like a IS-3 turret at the front. Like, it's so sloped. The gun is a PaK-43 L71, which, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty much the same gun as the Yak Tiger or the Yak Panther have, which also is an 88mm PaK-43 gun. I'm not sure about the number L71, but I'm pretty sure the L71 is the long gun, or the long 88 on the Yak Tiger, or the Yak Panther and the Tiger 2, or King Tiger. So it's got a beast gun, beast armor. It's got a machine gun to defend itself with, like the Yak Panther has. But look at this. Hang on. This tank can do 40 kilometers an hour, as can do it. Look at this. This is like, it's like a light tank almost going across the map. This speed, of course, the real speed is shit, but hey, it's a big gun. Just look. I can't believe I missed that tank. Look at the speed of it. Well, look at the speed of it. Like what it was doing. That's just awesome. This tank is so good. Of course, in GSM, everything is different, and you want to watch out with like. I'll do this. I'll have him, of course, at this short range. It's gonna overpen. Well, maybe he won't pen the front. I'm not sure. You can try. See, kabounced. Let's not shoot at the gun. Let's shoot next to the gun. So a Panther at, like, we're talking 6 meters range, cannot penetrate this tank from the front. So imagine a Panther trying to do that at 100 meters. Okay, well, I just shot the wrong spot, but that's where it's not angled. You have to realize it's a very small area that's not going to be hard to hit from 100 or 150 meters away. Whereas, of course, you know, we're shooting at 6 meters away. It's going to be a lot easier to hit. So, I hope you guys wow, that sound. I hope you guys did enjoy these videos for the GSM nations. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to install my game, and hopefully that we'll be able to play this game without any more crashes in the future. As always, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!
You claim this love that you never started. You once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the end.